Hi, welcome to today's video, and today happens to be the 15th day of the 21-day self-esteem series that I'm doing. And today the topic that I've chosen is from one of the videos that I watched yesterday, and it was about somebody who was finding it very hard to love themselves or consider themselves worthy of their own love, or allow themselves the love, because that's the basis of building foundation of self love. Because when I talk about foundation of self love, it means that do you consider yourself worthy of love? That is what the foundation of self love is about. So today's topic is about that. So I want to begin with few questions. So the first question is that do you often wonder that, first, why do you have an unhealthy relationship with yourself? Second, that now that you're aware that you have an unhealthy relationship with yourself and you want to move towards having a healthy relationship with yourself, what stops you? What is the resistance? What makes it hard for you to choose self love? What makes it hard for you to embody that love? To really step into that identity who truly considers that, what, I am worthy of love, I am choosing love, or I am going to treat myself with love going ahead. So, what is the resistance that comes in? And because this entire series is about unhealthy self-esteem, and when I talk about unhealthy self-esteem, unhealthy relationship with yourself sits at the base. And I think we have already talked about how does one develop an unhealthy relationship with their own self. So it's going to be a bit of that, but more focus is going to be about what is the resistance that can come in when you actually choose to develop healthy self-esteem. That can come in when it's about to decide to actually move ahead the path wherein it's about loving yourself, considering yourself the worthy of love. All right, so let's begin. So first, let's understand our bent that we have towards having an unhealthy equation with our own self. And second, let's understand the resistance we face when it comes to choosing love for ourselves. So I think it's like a theory, it's like a story. So understand it like a story, because now what I'm going to talk about, it's like a fact, something that is the truth. Okay, so you know what? Um, when we are born, when a child is born, love is all that you need. Love is needed for survival. So the only language that child understands is love. And who do we need that love from? Our parents. All right, people are prominent figures in life, which are our parents. It's like a primitive need, we need it for survival. So now what happens is, sometimes because there is a possibility for everything. All right, so there's something called as dysfunctional families also, because see, everybody has issues of their own. And who are parents? They're also human beings at the end of the day. So there are parents who who have their own issues. So now, suppose this child gets born in a family where for some reason the parents cannot love them, they cannot tend to the child as much as a child need, or as much as the attention, the care, the love that child needs. So suppose in this case, what would happen? So the child will grow up, or the child will feel the lack of love while growing up. The child will feel that one of the primitive needs not being met, one of their basic needs not being met, the need for love. So now this lack will affect the child. It affects their growth, not in terms of physical, but cognitive growth, the way we think, the way our mental growth, the mental capacity and everything, the way to think, the way to perceive things, function. So now what is going to happen, so I want you to understand that when you are growing up, when you were children, love was a very primitive need for you. It was needed for survival. So now suppose you did not get it. All right, you did not feel loved while growing up, or you felt the lack of it. You felt that I mean my parents do not love me enough. So now what would happen when you do not receive it well? When you are children, you take it upon your own self. You make it about yourself that, what, I must be the problem. Maybe I'm not worthy of love. Maybe I'm not worthy of it. I am the problem. So this is what happens. This is how your mind perceives it. And because you take the blame upon you, this belief gets formed that I'm not worthy of love. So now, coming back to today, as an adult, when you take the decision to have a healthy relationship with yourself, when you take a decision to love yourself, to lead your life with love, not from criticism or fear, it feels difficult. It feels difficult to allow yourself that love. Why? We'll discuss that now. See, it feels difficult because it feels difficult because the child version of you who felt the lack of love, it is still present in you, and it still feels that lack. It still needs that love. And because the love because the love was denied or was not, received by the child version of you, it feels angry. So there's anger within you against your own parent for not giving you what you were entitled to. Because for a child feels entitled to their love, to their love, and love is all that they need. So when this need is not met, somewhere the child within you, it is still today in you, but the only difference is now there's anger, there's resentment for not having received love. So physically you might feel that you're now here in the present in your adult self, but a part of you still is holding on to the past. A part of you still puts in energy into that past, into the things that have happened. It is still holding on to that anger. It still questions that why was I not loved? Why did I not get it? It still crave their love. And somewhere you are still expecting them to change. Somewhere you're still expecting your parents or those people to change so that they can validate you. So you know what? More than deciding that you know what, I deserve love and I'm going to choose that path for myself going ahead, you somewhere want to listen it from them. You somewhere want your parents to come and tell you that you know what, we love you, and you're still expecting it to happen. So that acceptance hasn't happened. You could not acknowledge or just accept it, that you know what, this could not happen, or this is a fact that maybe I did not feel loved, or they could not love me as much as I wanted to be. So there is no acceptance. You're still angry, you're still expecting them to validate you. So you still them so you want them to give you the love, or take so you want them to make you feel that you deserve love, instead of you deciding that you know what, I deserve love. So now here are some things that I want you to understand, and please come from a place of objectivity. I want you to be objective while I tell you about what I'm going to discuss next. So you know what, this thing that is happening, that you're still holding on to some resentment, that you're still expecting your parents to love you, still you're still expecting them to love you. And now you understand where does this longing come from. It is the longing of the child within you, because they still want their love, because it is still thinking ki I had the problems, there's some problem in me. So how would it start to feel that the problem is not me when it gets the love from their parents? It's hard for it to believe that the problem was not him or her. It's hard for it to believe. For him, how does his mind work? That for me to believe that I deserve love, I want my parents to tell me. I want my parents to show me that I am lovable. How? When they tell me and when they show me and when they love me. But now, because that is not happening and that is not under our control, here is something that will help you. Here is something that will help you break off from this, emotional entanglement, every emotional attachment that we have made from our past, from our parents, from the past version of our parents. So first is that you need to understand them. We need to come from a place of understanding for them. And when I say understanding, in no way do I mean that we validate their actions or we validate what they did. We come from a place of understanding, or we try to understand them for our own selves, because here it's about us choosing to have a healthy relationship with our own selves. So all of the things that we're talking about, it's for our own good. It's for us to release ourselves from that cage where we are still stuck waiting for somebody else to open the lock. When that is not true, you can very much open the lock and free yourself. So when I talk about that, you need to come from a place of like that, we need to understand them. It's for your own good, because sometimes some people may feel offended by this, that why do I need to understand them? Because a child inside you still feels entitled to their love. And if I ask a child who feels entitled for being loved by somebody to understand that person, it can really be offended. So I want you to be very objective here and come from from an adult self here, from an understanding view. So you know what I want to tell you is that you know what, people who could not love you then, they cannot love you now. And it's not about you. The problem is that we start to think that it's about me, the fact that I was not loved because I was not worthy. Even if it was somebody else in your place, the same thing would have happened with them. Though your parents or those people would have reacted the same way, because it was not about you. Their inability to love you, or the way they treated you, or their actions, or their lack of love, was not about you but them. You need to understand that as humans, I can only give you what I already have. So if I have pain and suffering within, I can only give you that. If I lack love in myself, that is only what I can give you. So the fact that they didn't have the capacity to love you, the fact that they could only give you, maybe, that they could only make you feel worthless, is because they were also feeling the same within. Hence they could never express it to you. Hence they could never be otherwise to you. Hence they could never show love to you, because that was the only way they knew. And why I'm telling it to you? Because again, I said, we need to come from a place of understanding. Because when we understand them, only then would the child version of art, only then would we be able to understand that I cannot keep waiting for them. I cannot keep waiting for them to validate me. That's me wasting my time. That's me waiting for something that may never happen. That's waste of my energy. Because when I'm waiting, I'm putting my energy into that, because then I'm holding on to some anger that, they need to ask me for forgiveness. They did wrong to me. And I know all of these things happen. But when you do this, when you really, really sit and understand that, because I did not feel love, it was about them, that they did not have love inside them. You would actually start to feel, you would actually start to understand them. And once you understand them, the release would start to happen, the detachment would start to happen. वो जो emotionally connection है, वो जो emotionally attachment है, the fact that you're so tied emotionally to them, the anger that you feel, the strong emotion that you feel against them, it would start to resolve. It would start to dissolve. You will start to detach yourself from them and start, then only you would be able to come back to your present self. Only then would you be able to feel, strong enough, or you would feel the need to take decision on your own. You would feel the need to offer you, or to allow yourself the love, to validate your own self. Now, and based on that, here are some points that you need to know. First is, as children, as a child, you need others to regulate you. When we are born, we cannot take care of our own selves, right? We cannot even get the food or water. We need somebody else to feed us. We need somebody else to clean us and do everything for us. We need somebody else for our survival. So as children, you needed their love, you needed them. But as an adult, you are very much capable of regulating your own self. You are very much capable of feeding yourself, taking care of yourself, loving yourself. So there's a difference I want you to know. But the child within you will make you feel that, no, I'm not capable of loving myself. I still need their love. But because you're an adult now, I want you to understand this. I want you to feed it into your mind that you're very much capable of loving yourself, of regulating yourself, of choosing differently for yourself, of treating yourself the way you wanted to be treated as. So now you do not need them. You can very well regulate yourself and love yourself. All right? It is a child in you which is still stuck in the past. Still stuck in the past. And it is now your responsibility to actually free yourself from that past, come back to the present, and make yourself, or make that child within you, feel loved and safe. So what is something that you need to do, or something that you can do, or what you need to do? First is acknowledge and accept the past. So when I say acknowledge and accept the past, it means that, instead of holding on to your past, instead of attaching with your past and holding anger and expecting others to come and love you, expecting others to change, expecting others to ask you for forgiveness, I want you to acknowledge what is or what happened, and to understand that what happened. It's in the past. I cannot keep relying on that, and rather come from a place of understanding. And understanding is something that will help you release the resentment against those people, against maybe your parents, and which is necessary for you to free, which is necessary for you to come to a place where you are able to choose love for yourself, where you are able to validate your own self and accept your own self. And then after you've done this, it's on you to take a decision to love yourself, which is about promising yourself to treat yourself the way you wanted to be treated. It's about parenting yourself the way you wanted, the way you always wished to be parented like. which would include, you know what, being gentle with yourself, being compassionate toward your own self, giving yourself your own time, all of these things. Always remember that when you have an unhealthy self-esteem, the end goal or our aim is always to build a healthy relationship with your own self. And when I say healthy relationship, what all does it include? First, understanding yourself. You need to understand yourself well. Second is you need to know yourself deeply. We need to have self-awareness. I need to know myself well, wherein connection comes in. I need to be connected with my own self. And third is accepting myself fully. Accepting is the first step towards feeling confident in my own self. And next is treating myself with love and compassion. This is how, self-love looks like. So yes, today I just wanted to talk about this because this was a topic that came to my mind. I just got onto this concept yesterday, and I felt that it's very important thing to understand it, because somewhere we are still waiting. A part of us is still waiting for them to consider that they wronged us, or to ask us for the forgiveness. And somewhere we still want them to love us. Somewhere we feel that because they could not love us, I'm not worthy of it, and hence I cannot love myself. I cannot allow myself to be loved, or I cannot think that I deserve love. I'm worthy of love going ahead, which is not true. You need to understand that those people, they could not love you because they did not love themselves either. That doesn't mean that you cannot love yourself going ahead. And only when you understand this fact, only when you begin to look at them with, maybe with understanding instead of anger, will you be able to choose differently for yourself. Because then you will stop relying on them. You will stop pointing on them that you come and validate me. You come and tell me that I'm lovable. And you will take the decision. And whatever happens in life, because these are certain things that you never had control over. So the kind of people you grew up with, the kind of home that you were born in, so these are the things that you never had control over. So instead of feeling pity, or complaining about these things, you can simply take the responsibility in your hand. You can take charge of it, and then work on it. I mean, then get over it. Because you can come from a place that, whatever has happened in life, it has all happened for a reason. So, and the fact is that, when you evolve out of this, you evolve as a much stronger person, as a person who has such a deep foundation of self-love, as a result of which they're so confident in you will be able to be so confident in your own self that it would feel like, like a different person. So yes, you can either complain or sit with it, or you can either accept the things and have a mindset to, approach it, to evolve out of it. So the choice is always yours. Yeah, so today we'll keep it to this, and tomorrow I will come again with another topic, and we will explore another depth. And yeah, so I will meet you next time. Bye bye.